I'm 18 years old. I work 25 to 30 hours a week as a sales rep. I run my own creative marketing agency. I'm still in high school and I still make time for my girlfriend, my family, and a pretty decent social life. And I do all of this without losing my mind. So here's how I do it. So this is going to break down into 8 different things that honestly are the most important as to how I manage everything that I do. And the first one being that not everything is equally important. Whether it be school, my work, my family, my relationships, whatever it be, they all take different levels of focus at different times. Because every day I have non-negotiables, right? I have to go to school. I have to do this. I have to get on this call. I have to edit said video. So you need to make a list of your non-negotiables and those, flexibles per se, and write down your non-negotiables, whether they be, 3 things, 10 things, anywhere between those 2 numbers. It really could be, but write them down. Now, how exactly I break this down in my schedule, I'll lay out a little bit later for you. But none of this would be possible without the most important factor of all of this, and that is sleep. There are so many young people online who are 18, 17, 20, whatever, and they brag about getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep every day.
Past 1 a.m. right now. I got school tomorrow. I've been staying up all night working on my businesses. But watch, a few more months from now, I'm going to be chilling in Dubai.
Me personally, I aim for like 7 hours of sleep a night. I try to get more than that, but honestly, given everything, 7 is like, what I can really stick to. And this is just because anything below 7 for an extended period of time, I either get sick or I lose so much focus throughout my day, right? I'm on sales calls and I can't think straight. And that's not saying that you're not gonna have a night once a month where you only get 5 or 6 hours of sleep. That's, bound to happen. But during the week, during these periods of time where you need to be focused, you want to stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Because this is just gonna lead to less brain fog, faster decision making. You're not gonna make mistakes as much in your work. You're not gonna have to go back and fix things that you did because you were so tired and behind on sleep. And this leads me right into my next point, which is eating clean. Now I'm gonna make this super simple. If you eat processed food and seed oils, your productivity is gonna go like this, right? It's gonna absolutely crash. You're gonna have brain fog. You're not gonna be able to think straight. You're gonna be on sales calls like, whatever. And so in the morning, I'll usually eat a bagel. I know there's a lot of people that are against that, whatever. But that's what I eat, right? Keeps me until the midday. Then I'll have primarily a very protein heavy lunch. I'll have steak, chicken with salad, sauerkraut. I've been adding that in recently. It's really good for you. With that, at the same time, you want to be drinking loads of water as much as possible, not overhydrating yourself, but you want to be hydrating pretty frequently. You don't want to be eating sugar. I'm not saying don't have a cookie every once in a while, but don't be doing it every single day, all day. And then also limit the amount of caffeine that you have. I like Red Bull, I like coffee. Those are my 2 things. And I'm not saying don't ever have them. I've significantly reduced the amount of Red Bull that I've had and also the amount of sugar that I've had. I generally, when I eat like crap, my face breaks out. I'll throw out a picture up here or whatever of when my face really breaks out. You can see now it's, not bad at all, but that's because I've been eating very, very clean. And energy drinks are a huge part of that. If you're gonna have one, at least don't have a Celsius or anything with over 150 milligrams of caffeine.
What's up? I'm Gio, and I drink Celsius. Absolutely locked in, laser focused.
Point being, you want to treat your food like fuel, because if you eat processed crap, your productivity will also tank. Now, I had mentioned time blocking and non-negotiables before. I'm going to actually break down how my schedule is right now, because I generally break my schedule into focused time blocks every day. So it starts off, I wake up in the morning around 6 a.m. pretty much every single day during the week, and I'll eat breakfast, I get dressed, I wash my face, I do all that, whatever. And this is, a period of time where I'm not a morning person, so I'll usually just use this time to wake up. Maybe I'll watch a little bit of the news, I'll catch up or whatever, and then I'll drive to school around 7 o'clock. I'm in school until 11. Now, a benefit of me being a senior in high school is I also am able to work out in school. So that knocks out going to the gym, 4 to 5 days a week pretty much. So then I come home from school and I get right into sales rep work, right? And so I'm on calls, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm on meetings, and I'm sending out calls, follow-ups, everything. And that's usually from 11 a.m. to about 4:30 to 5 p.m. And then from 5 to pretty much the remainder of the night, I'm doing agency work. So whether that be internal, operations, whether that be editing and content creation, that's pretty much always something I'm doing at some point during the day. And that usually goes from, like I said, 5 to 9 to 10 p.m. And in that that time period, I also have dinner with my family for usually anywhere between 30 to 60 minutes. And then after that, usually around 9:30 to 10 p.m., I will start to slow down what I'm doing. I'll take a shower. I always read at least one chapter of my Bible every single day. I'll sometimes FaceTime my girlfriend. I'll chat with her for a little while. And then from 11 to 6, I sleep that 7 hours. And that's pretty much a non-negotiable. So that's pretty much my schedule every single day. But within those time blocks of sales rep work and agency work, it sometimes flips a little bit because they're both very flexible with each other. And when I'm doing that, when I'm doing those tasks, this goes into the next point, which is you don't want to just focus on activity. You want to focus on the impact that every single action that you take has. Because I could sit here and I could post on Twitter for 4 hours a day, but that doesn't mean that that's going to have the largest impact in what I'm doing. And so in my agency, I cut out all of the busy work and I really just try to focus on the things that are actually going to deliver the best services and then also continue to bring in new clientele as well. Part of cutting out all of that busy work leads right into the next thing, which is leveraging systems and automations. And this is because, for example, my calendar link, which will be below, if you're interested in, talking with me at all, learning more about what I do, is a TidyCal link that automates my booking calendar, right? I also have Notion. That's, where I laid out the template for this video. That's also where I pretty much, have most of my agency SOPs and operations. That's where all of that is as well. And so essentially the goal with all this stuff is you just want to spend less time doing this busy work per se. And this is incredibly important when you start to scale things out, especially with a business. And so the last thing that I will mention is really just cutting out distractions is very, very key. I spend very minimal time, watching Netflix, for example, playing video games. I think I've played video games like twice in the last year. The one thing I also do as well is I put my phone on airplane mode, not as much as I used to, just because I have a lot more happening on my phone. But I do try to mute notifications when I really am getting into deep editing work, for example. And so really altogether, these 7 to 8 things, essentially what it boils down to is it's not about doing every single thing on planet Earth, because you're not going to be able to, but it's about doing the right things consistently and effectively. If you want to learn more about what my agency does, how we scale out podcasts and entrepreneurs with content systems that actually work and that actually make you money, there'll be a link below for a booking call. It's free, no charge. If you like this video, just let me know in the comments. Always appreciate it. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.